Leanne was principal, that one time she called the police, and it took Fort Worth 20 minutes, and River Oaks was there in record time.
What we
So I don't know if they
I tried to get Fort Worth to do AVK, though they would not do it. I won't give you the words that I was told. They'll tell you that they're not interested.
Wonder why.
So
But no, but I just suggested it to Robert Brown, and I said, I don't know why, you know, it'd be so nice if they would take in that whole area, and so he just came to Marvin and wrote whatever had to be done.
Okay.
Wrote the letter,
And
well, for one thing, we're working with two different people, you know, we got the gym over here,
Right.
and then we're working with two different
Right.
groups, that's one reason, but I just think River Oaks is better police protection.
Yeah, sure.
Better everything.
So
I agree.
But then again, we had the crazy lady, you know, they had to walk her across the street to get something done, but they had to coach her over to the River Oaks side.
Swimming or something right next to it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't.
Oh, no, it doesn't get that.
Okay.
Across the street.
I'm growing the city, it's just not making a lot of money.
But you're not growing in tax-paying deals.
Good deal. The convenience store down here, he has started construction. He got with Gordon and them over the water tap, and that's in the process, I think, of getting done. And things are moving slow on it, but he has started, and it's all but a few things we need in the plans. We need on the gas tanks, and I think we did finally get the canopy plans, and on the fire alarm system. But we're waiting on those plans, but all the other construction plans have been submitted and approved. He says it'll take at least 6 months. I think one of his contractors told us a year, but I don't know.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah. And we're in our budget process, not fun, but we're in it, and we're working through it, and we'll put out a time schedule for the council and what we're going to do going forward. But right now, we're just meeting with staff, and as you know, come up here in July is tax time, so we'll start doing tax calculations also. And I guess only thing I can report, and we're talking about these developments that we have done, the one on Black Oak, well, the other one up on the upper end of Black Oak is probably at a big halt because the dentist that appeared here, Dr. Chris Edmondson, he passed away last week. And so his partner has told me that it's probably on hold and don't know for how long. So my guess is they may end up doing something else with it. So it may not happen. And I gave you a list of the commercial properties for sale if you had any interest in any of that and what's been going on and working with them. And also in our meetings with other people about developments that are nothing really to report on now, just to tell you what staff is doing. And I guess y'all all seen the little scam notice that was sent out. It's not so much, I guess, a little scam, is it, Chief?
It's kind of just a shady advertising. They're trying to play on people's fears of, unhealthy water in the water system, and call us and we'll send you a test kit so you can test your water and we can tell you if it's healthy. And then we're going to sell you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 water filter system. That's the ultimate goal there.
So in an effort to try to protect our citizens, we want to get those notices out when we find out about them. And I believe, sir, unless any of you others have any personnel you want to talk about, you've already told them about your new officer, so.
Yes, sir.
Well, that'll all be done. And I believe that's it, sir.
Okay, thank you all. Just to go back to what's
The speed bump?
well, that's what I was going to go back on the speed bump. I would prefer clear. I'm not. We typically, even though we did approve the one on
Yeah.
Yale and Sansom Circle, that's kind of a unique spot, so I don't know that it's a bad thing as far as if PD can start. Got it. Come on up, so Dan can hear you.
Marvin had mentioned that at staff, and I went back and researched for the last 2 years, just the entire city. We had like 283 accidents that were worked and filed with the state of Texas. And that entire time, on that street, there's been one accident.
Oh.
And honestly, in 27 years, I've never worked an accident on that street.
Well, the only thing that, and I'm not throwing one right there, but since she is referring to Rumps being there nearby now,
I'm sure there's definitely.
maybe it's worth an extra look, but other than that, I don't think we need to take any action until we look at that further, and then if she wants to bring it back at a later date.
I'll talk to her.
I've got no doubt there's more traffic in there.
Oh, sure. Okay, so now we'll move on. Actually, I do have one other thing, and I won't tell the long version of the story, since so many people here have already heard it, probably don't want to hear it again. But, for those that haven't, I'll do my Herman impression and tell the same story for the 1,000th time. When I was a freshman in high school, I got in a fight, and I had to do community service, showing up here.
Did you win or lose?
Victorious. So I had to come down here and wash police cars in January in 40-degree weather behind City Hall. And actually, one part of this I don't know that I told. When I showed up 2 weeks before to get my assigned date to come down here, I had to show up next door and talk to Lieutenant Dan Chisholm to tell me what day to show up down here. But when I actually showed up to do the community service, it was administered by a young, thin officer with a full head of hair named Chuck. Like to tell that story for the umpteenth time, so I'm glad Chuck's still around, and I'm glad I'm still around, so thank you very much for...
You couldn't make up a story like that.
You really could. I certainly wouldn't, but so, just very, like I said, very proud of you and the amount of time you put into this department, and that you're chief now, and just God bless you. Thank you, sir. So now we'll go to council member questions, comments, and announcements.
Chuck, I got a question for you. You want to stand up? You will. Applications.
Mm-hmm.
Have we got any increase on getting any in?
Not really. Ultimately, we're kind of in a hole right now because of the pay.
Well, I mean, I've been hearing we hadn't been getting but 3 a year anyway, just about, or less. And some of them shouldn't even apply. But, okay, that's the only thing I got to do.
All righty.
Steve?
Thank you.
I think we probably mentioned this at our last meeting, but again, just the fireworks show, I thought was good.
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was very hot.
Thanks to the police especially and all the staff that helped pull that off. I know our fire department and many of the city departments work together to pull that off, but it continues to be something that people really seem to enjoy. So thanks everyone for doing it.
Bigger crowd than last year?
There was a bunch of people.
That was more, I thought.
It was a big draw because, I mean, they fed everybody. The church fed everybody, had rides, and they didn't charge for any of it.
And we didn't start any fires like our
That's right.
We had one small one.
Yeah, we did.
When
There was a pause where they had to put out a fire, but it
Fire department was right there.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
They didn't get 9 minutes into it.
nothing.
Then they burnt the levee down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Across from you.
Leanne?
No, good.
Yola?
Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you.
Yes. And congratulations to you as well, Chuck. And I'm very proud to say I live here in River Oaks because I do feel safe. When I need assistance, it's there.
Thank you.
I don't have to wait forever for somebody. Like my dad lives in Fort Worth, and when they do, it's not very often, but when they do, it's like hours, if not a day, before they can come out there and even see what happens.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes, I appreciate you.
Thank you.